Go.
Hi, my name is Ethan Zelwitz. We're from New Jersey, in the U.S. in New Jersey, in Moorestown. These are my friends and partners.
My name is Hardik Barnwaj. And I'm Aiden Fairchild.
We're going to be telling you how to go up to the asteroid, mine it, and that's pretty much it. I designed the ship, and right here at the top, you can see it that well, but right there at the top, where these squares are, that's escape pods in case of any emergency. They just fly, they just get into the escape pods. They're all around. They're up there, and those are where they just come in and they go. Right here is the solar panel. Also have solar panels back there, and that's if the engine runs out or they lose electricity, they have solar panels. And the ship is also made out of titanium.
And the cost of titanium per pound is about $12.34. And we estimated to use about 500,000 pounds of titanium, which will be costing us $5,270,000.
Okay, so this pointy thing right here is actually Wayne. He actually designed it, and he said it would stabilize it. I'm not sure about that, but I put it in anyway. Right here is, well, it's like it's gas tank. I really don't know how big it should be. I just put it there. And right here is when it opens and it lets out something that I'm going to tell you about later. Right here is where we're going to be putting the robots, what are they? Rovers. Where we're going to be putting the rovers. And so the rovers come out onto the asteroid and they take it out the asteroid.
And so then, this is about where they will sleep, with their beds, and that's where they will hold most of their things, such as clothing and food and other items.
Right here is where the lunchroom is. Back here is all the freeze-dried things. Up here is the door to get into the ship, and I think there's actually another door. Right here is where they take a bit of the asteroid and scan it. They actually scanned it 3 times, but this is the second time. Right here is a pod where it comes out. It's really futuristic, but it's just a pod that comes out. And then these up there, they come out of this, and they kind of watch over the asteroid. Right here, this little pod, it lets out this acid, so we can cut the asteroid in half. And did I talk about the thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And up there is where you see the cockpit, and that is where the pilots will be controlling this modern-like ship. And the pilots can easily from there get to any such areas, such as the pods or the breakfast area.
And this one up there is actually connected to the ship. That hot dog like thing. It's connected to the ship. They also have solar panels. This is actually covered in solar panels. That just has wings.
And when it's attached, like that hot dog thing as you mentioned, it will be 25 feet away from the spaceship. But if after testing, we haven't tested it so far, but we've taken an estimate that like if that's gonna be like loose at 25 feet. So if it is, we will have to change the height, lower it, and if it's gonna be too tight, such as like it won't be like really far away enough because we don't want it slowing down the spaceship because we have an estimate like about like not a long time, but we just have it like that so that it's not, right now it's just 25 feet, but later on if needs to be changed, we will change it.
And this, because it is connected at all times with the ship, it will actually go into the ship. And this is actually the same thing as the hot dog link thing, and it goes into the ship. Q is a missile. It was a nuclear missile, but we said that would go up everything. If there's a ship that, asteroid that's going out of our way is going at us, you just send that missile and it blows up the asteroid. And before landing, you also fire this. Not into the Earth, but into another asteroid so we don't have anything further damage. And you can see that there's no line out to the missile, and that is what helps the missile contain.
And it's not going to be used just like that, but it's only going to be used if, such as he mentioned, space debris is going to be in the way. So, I mean, it was an extra add-on, but not very necessary. But if space debris was heading off this spaceship, the titanium sometimes might not be able to hold it like itself when the debris hits it. So really, that's there to help.
And I forgot, right here, these two are machine guns. They also fire bullets out to help it if it doesn't have that. It also fires grenades.
And the space pods, we forgot to mention, are like the human gets into them because rovers are rovers and they're not really having anything to do with robots. But so then the human, when it gets in, has an extra supply of food and an extra suit in case the other one something happens to that. And it can be manually controlled, and it is manually controlled, and with actually like these dispensers, not exactly, but they let out air so that it can help stabilize it and move it.
And right here is pretty much the most important part of this ship. I will get back to this. This is the container. We were going to do a box container like here, but we thought the box container was going to get in its way of landing. It could hit the ground, accidentally cause a fire, nuclear explosion. Who knows? So it's actually it goes around like a belt on the ship, and there's different sections. Like this section might styrofoam it, and this one this section might clean it, styrofoam it, and then plaster it so it's protected. And there's also something over here that my friend was talking about. I'm going to talk about this, but this is cloth that we might use. Right here, these little things, we make them lead, the little holes. We make them lead so it doesn't fly off.
They're just extra weight so that, like, because if you put another item, just like titanium, it wouldn't hold it down, and it wouldn't have enough weight because it can then easily just pop right off. That's why we have used lead, because we know that it's heavy, and it's heavy enough so
kind of babyish because it's a claw. We didn't make claws yet, but we did make cranes and stuff. So it's pretty much activated by the cockpit over there, and it just brings it up and down. And here, it has these little holes, so the claw can crush down on the asteroid pieces, so we can actually bring them in to the container, and then styrofoam it, clean it, and stuff.
And now is how we're gonna bring it back down. With this,
Oh wait,
oh man, you can go on. But
so right here, the triangle thing. Hey, Aiden, can you point to that triangle thing over there? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That triangle thing and this thing down here. Those are actually parachutes. It's 100 feet wide, 100 feet tall, 100 feet everything. 100 feet thick too. And right here, these little squares, these are stabilizing. Again, my friend Aiden came up with the stabilizing thing, and I put it in.
and now is how we're gonna get back. These space pods, before the astronaut leaves, like I said, from the cockpit, he will be able to, or she, will be able to transport to will be able to get to every single area. So from there, he can easily go to a container, and from there, after the pieces are like plastered, he's gonna take kind of the biggest and lightest chunks of it for the scientists. And with that, he's gonna have to just take this entire really thing and kind of just attach it to this kind of the space station in case if it has extra things such as food, clothing. It can he's gonna take a space pod and kind of just make sure it goes right at the space area.
Oh, wait.
And
He would take these. These are more escape. They don't have as much energy.
and so then after he leaves them at the space center, he's going to get another one and take the pieces, leave this there, and then go back to Earth. And it's going to be kind of built with a kind of just power off thing, where it's just there now. It's not going to really, it can harm because it can become space debris, but it's going to be far away from the space area that we have, that the U.S. has set up in the space. So then we'll have enough time to have another program that will help stop this from going there.
And I said when I got to this that there was one more before that, before the skating. Well, they actually, before this big ship comes up, they send a little ship that only has these rovers, and the rovers break a little piece about maybe as big as this or that. Break it, and they put it into their system. And then they fly back. While they're flying back, they take a sample of it. They see if it's explosive, nuclear explosive, very explosive, little explosive,
Dangerous in some kind of way.
poisoning. So, if it is any of those, any dangerous thing, they chuck it. And then they just pick a different asteroid and you go through the asteroids. And I suggest picking a big one that could damage Earth very badly, like destroy a whole continent. And take that one that's close, the closest one to Earth, and take that one, so we have less to care about. It's like hitting two birds with one stone. And we'll go over here with my system again. Okay, so this is the engine. You want to do the engine?
Basically it's a nuclear engine, and I don't really know how fast it goes, so I just estimated 100 miles per hour, and
So it's gonna be estimated, not exact. This is 100 miles per hour at minimum or maximum. So we're not still sure.
and it's gonna be 35 by 35 feet. And my really bad rocket right here that I drew, we're planning that it's gonna be 100 feet by 50. So I'm thinking that would take up about a fraction of a quarter.
Okay, over here, when they take it back to Earth, just get it on Earth again. Then that will be the final scanning. They might scan it again and again. And I was thinking, on the ship, you have this lab, not like this lab, a big lab. I didn't draw all I didn't think of it, I just thought of it. And you test the asteroid. You test it on what it could do to animals, not real animals, maybe fake animals, to real animals, things like that.